The Minister of Lands, Housing and Country Planning, Dr. Tura Senesi, explained the importance of house planning in Israel. He lamented on how beachfronts have been damaged and also dilated on the issue of land grabbing. He have read that under his leadership, these issues will be tackled and that those that involved in land grabbing should desist forthwith as it is bad business.
Let me conclude that land grabbing is now going to be a bad business. So those that are related or that are family members of those reverends, pastors, alhajis, you should remind them that land grabbing in Sierra Leone is going to be a bad business.
While updating the press on the importance of investing in the housing market in Sierra Leone on July 29, 2021 at the Ministry of Information and Communications Conference Hall, the Lands Minister said for decades, the Ministry of Lands has been known for land sale and distribution. He added that it has been a lucrative business for a particular set of Sierra Leoneans. He emphasized that land grabbing is increasing because everyone wants a dwelling house and some want to sell to investors. Thereby, there is a complete destruction of the country planning outlook of the cities and towns. No good roads in communities. Sewage disposal is a major problem. Power and water supply are absent because these utilities are never considered when constructing houses.
Absent because these utilities are never considered when constructing houses.
He lamented that it is very expensive to provide these utilities in an uncontrolled urban spirit. There is no area to showcase the beauty of our cities these days. Communities are established without social services centers, not envy a sightseeing for foreign visitors. No planning settings in other cities, and there is a need for action.
Absent because these utilities are never considered when constructing houses. It is very expensive to provide these utilities in an uncontrolled urban areas. There is no area to showcase the beauty of our cities these days. When you go to the other countries in the South region, you go to Ghana, you have areas they showcase with respect to the beauties of their own cities. Today in Sierra Leone, we do not have one. Communities are established without social service centers, not even a sightseeing for foreign investors or foreign visitors. We do not have that in Freetown. No planned settings in our cities, and there is a need for an urgent action. And there is no other time other than now, and we are going to take the action.
Dr. Senesi informed the press about investment in affordable housing and the investor wave in that sector. Habas NC Group Limited is an American company based in Washington that intends to invest in housing in Sierra Leone. They plan to build 10,000 housing units in Sierra Leone, 6,000 in Freetown and 4,000 in the provinces.
Is therefore coming in big with affordable housing scheme in the interest of Sierra Leone to address the huge housing deficit as captured in the National Development Plan. So doing so, we are now talking with too many other people, too many investors. Too many people are showing interest with respect to affordable housing for our people. Habas Ensa Group Limited, an American company, is coming in big with Salon Smart City, and they are going to produce, or they propose, constructing 10,000 housing units in all the major cities in Sierra Leone. 6,000 in Freetown, Bo will be having 1,500, Kenima 1,500, Kenny will be having 1,000. They intend to expand that to Putloko and of course to Konowi time.
He continued that JL Properties, another company that invests in real estate development and are located in Ghana, propose to build houses in degraded lands or brownfields. Another massive company that has registered interest in the housing sector is Staff Global Africa that plans to build a smart city of 15,000 housing units.
They are also coming in very, very big. Of course, the recent one is Staff Global Africa. They are also coming in big with smart cities. They propose to have 15,000 housing units in Freetown, Western area to be precise. The investor was invited by His Excellency the President last year, and he was here. About a month ago, he requested me to also visit to see for myself what they have been doing. I was in Gambia together with the technical team of the ministry, and we are now convinced that they should be here to venture into the housing markets. So TAF Global Africa, they are coming in big. You want to know how are we doing all of this? How are we going about doing all of this? You have interest in investing in affordable housing in Sierra Leone. All you need to do is submit a proposal to the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Country Planning. The technical team will have to review the proposal, and once they are satisfied, they recommend to me, the minister. And thereafter, a cabinet paper is prepared. We take it to cabinet endorse, and the next we do is to negotiate the agreement. What goes into the agreement is also part of what is there proposed in the proposal. So we negotiate the agreement and then we get again to cabinet.
He said the benefits of this project are enormous, noting that there is no gainsaying that jobs will be created, taxes paid to the government, and also affordable houses provided for Sierra Leoneans.
So we are not going to look at your status. If you are found wanting, then definitely we will prosecute you.
The minister ended his update by reiterating his stance on land grabbing and warned land grabbers to stop. He reiterated that land grabbing is now a bad business, trespassing, cutting down of trees, of growing plants, building without permit are all offenses, and they are now prosecuting.
And the Sierra Leoneans, we're going to take back our land. And we're going to make sure that Sierra Leoneans enjoy the foreshores, the beach land. Today, when you go around, people are just taking the beach land, the foreshores, with no regard for the rule of law. So you may be wondering what we have been doing. We've been putting ourselves together to make sure that we are on the right footing, so that once we start taking the action, nobody should question that one. That's the reason you have not been seeing me moving around holding tape rule to measure land. I have no business in that. My responsibility is to be at the policy level. And that is what I'm doing, to direct the policy actions. So now we are going out to the ground to make sure that what we've been putting together is implemented. And we are going to do that in the interest of Sierra Leone and Sierra Leoneans. That's what we are going to do. Finally, I am calling on all Sierra Leoneans to join me to refocus the outlook of our cities and towns by supporting affordable housing for our people. Affordable housing is going to be accompanied with proper town and country planning. Sierra Leone deserves the right to enjoy their beachfronts unhindered and not taken away by few because they have the financial muscles. We're going to end this. It's unacceptable, and this government will continue to protect the natural resources of this country.
He ended up by calling all Sierra Leoneans to join the ministry to refocus the out of cities and towns by supporting affordable housing for people. He said affordable housing is always accompanied with proper town and country planning. He stated that Sierra Leoneans deserve the right to enjoy their beachfronts unhindered and not taken away by few because they have their financial muscles.
For our people, affordable housing is going to be accompanied with proper town and country planning. Sierra Leone deserves the right to enjoy their beachfronts unhindered and not taken away by few because they have the financial muscles. We're going to end this. It's unacceptable, and this government will continue to protect the natural resources of this country, and land is a priority.
For Beyond Borders Online Network Television, I am Mohammed Amaragando reporting.